Hey, what's going on? So I got another video about a map that I think you should take a look at. Again, the sale is ending soon, and this one actually is half off. So if I go right here, you're going to see it's usually $150, but it's $75 right now. And this is a plug-in kind of map. It's not just your traditional map because it has a lot of stuff, cool stuff in it, like tools and stuff. So we're going to take a look at it right now. I already installed it in my engine, 4.26, 4.27. It doesn't matter. Both of them are compatible. So I already have it open in a new project right here. I went ahead and opened a new project. And to enable the plugin, just go to Edit, Plugins, and then type in Gothic. What this is going to do is actually install this plugin in the engine like a usual plugin would do. So let's go ahead and restart now. All right. It looks like we're compiling shaders here. And as you can see, this is a pretty insane map. You know what this actually reminds me of right here? This reminds me of Notre Dame in Paris. These top ceilings or roof things right there. I know what it's called, man. But yeah, this looks really cool. And again, you can make this super creepy, super dark. And press G right here, and it's still compiling shaders, but we can move around here. There you go. It's starting to crank up the settings here, and I am also recording. We got a cinematics. Let's see what we can do if we crank this to 200. Yeah, it looks good. Ooh, okay. But yeah, let's look at the lighting again. I'm just playing around here so you can kind of see. What I usually do whenever I get a map, I usually do lighting first. Kind of just see how everything is lit. But this looks pretty cool. Okay, so what we're going to go over now is, like I said, this is more than just a map. It's actually a system. So what we'll do is take a look at the blueprints here. So if I go to Gothic Pack, I'm going to go Blueprints, Procedural Generation. If I go to the BP wall right here, I'm going to press G so I can kind of move in here and then press G again so I can see that. So this is a spline mesh, actually. So if I go find this right here, there's a little icon. I can actually drag this and extend it, right? So you don't actually have to copy and paste it. And that's pretty freaking cool. I mean, that itself right there is worth it. So you can extend this as much as you can, and you can move this around. Additionally, this is a blueprint. So that means that if I go right here on the right side, I can actually start messing around with this. So if I want to add 2 gates in there, add a start pillar as well, add an end pillar, and then I can go, I can add end gates. You got to start and end. You got a middle gate if we want it, but this is not big enough. So let's make it bigger. So you can even add a freaking middle gate in there if you want. So this is freaking insane, So this, like I said, this is more than just a map because it saves you a lot of time. So, creating something like this right here wouldn't take as long, if you were to do it from scratch. Additionally, let me go ahead and move out of the way. You can also drop the railing in here if you want. Make this bigger, and again, this uses spline, so if I'll go right here, I can just extend this to infinity, right? And again, you can mess around with the settings here, so if I go like 10, it's going to make it a little bit bigger, and add an end level if you want to close it out, add a mid level if you want to. So yeah, this is freaking cool. It just reminds me of like a freaking like Sims game. You can go like this. You can rotate it if you want. You can make some arches in there, and it's pretty awesome. I'm actually pretty curious how much time it took for him to make this map using these tools. Because these things are right here. This is pretty good example of that mesh. So you can see he just kind of curves it down like that and kind of make it an arc and stuff like that. And I don't even know. I mean, I guess you can model and bend that, but with this blueprint, you can pretty much just drag and drop and pretty much squeeze and stretch however you want. So I'll delete this here, and then we'll take a look at the sidewalk because the sidewalk's pretty cool as well. So if we go right here, open the sidewalk, and again, this is spline. So if we go right here, we go ahead and keep extending that. If you want to add a new spline, just press Alt, and that's going to add a new spline right there. And then you can make a pizza if you want, but this is crazy. Yeah, big thanks to Meshingun for providing this map because I'm actually trying to do something that has something to do with castles as well. I'm trying to pretty much hit all the time zones and timelines. Samurais, cyberpunks, old school, medieval, all that stuff. Because there's just so much story to tell. And let's take a look at this lighting real quick. Okay, so this is your direction of light right here, which is pretty sick. All right, so I like that. So let's take a look. What else is in there? So let's go to assets. And I think, okay, so these are all the assets for your actual blueprints. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back here, go to Ice Palace. I think there's some materials in here as well, some master materials. So let's take a look. There's a weather control, world season. Okay, let's take a look. This scaler looks like there's a snow amount. Is this live? So if we're like 30. Oh, what, dude? Are you kidding? So let's go to wind rotation. If you want to make the wind harder, I guess. Now, is that a material or is it actual? It's an actual wind. It might be an actual wind. As far as wind, I love dissecting maps like this. That's window. Yeah, it looks like it actually has a wind. So that's cool. Yeah, wind speed tree. See if you want a real still. I know some people out there are like, hey, dude, trees don't really move that much. So yeah, you can zero those out and make it static if you want. But this is cool. I absolutely love. And there's grass here as well. Sorry, ADD there. You know, if somebody could take a look at that and be like, hey, man, that's not how grass moves. All right, so let's go to like 0.2. Or just 0 is fine. That's cool. Kind of just wiggle around. But this snow is sick. Now, the only thing with snow that I'm afraid of, right? And if you have an actor on here walking around, you're gonna have to put footsteps on that. So you're gonna need some type of displacement there. So that's why I kind of stay away from snow as much as I want to do snow, because it's super epic. Mess around with this real quick. I just don't want to mess with the footsteps. It's a scary task, man. Like, even doing it in engine, I really don't even know where to start. But this is really cool. It looks like the light is actually static. So let's change that. Yeah, so stationary. So let's movable so we don't have to build lights and stuff like that. But this is cool, man. Now, if you want to know more about this map, because like I said, I'm kind of like just scratching the surface here. It actually has a pretty nice PDF documentation where it shows you how to install this. Now, I got this from the Epic Marketplace. There's a couple of ways to install this because I was actually following the wrong one when I first got it. I was following the ArtStation one, which I couldn't work. So Meshingun is like, dude, use the UE4 way, and this is pretty much it. I just had to install the code plugin, and that's it. Pretty much open it the way I showed you, and that's all you had to do there. I didn't have to install any of these because I already have them. For the Visual Studio and .NET, I already have that in my computer. So you have some wall blueprints, which I kind of showed you. You got some master material overview. I mean, like I said, this is not just your typical map. This has some systems built in. Actually shows you how to install it right there. Show plugin content, which I just did. You got these things that I just kind of showed you. If you need more, you can do the props as well. If you want to see more about this in the sidewalk, like I showed you all in that video. All right, so I'm trying to get this video out because it is on sale right now, 50% off. Hopefully, by the time I upload this video, it's still on sale, so you can grab it. So, yeah, so additionally, they do have some videos if you want to see some more demonstrations, and they also have a playable demo if you want to download that. So, right here, this is the Gothic Mega Pack by Meshingun Studio. These guys don't really make too many maps, and as you can see, I already reviewed the Cybertown pack by Meshingun, which I am going to be using for sure. They don't make a lot of map, but when they do make maps, it actually looks pretty darn good. All right, if you all have any questions, let me know, and good luck. I hope this is still on sale by the time I upload this video.